Okay, guys, hey, this is Kingly Hobo, and today we're going to talk about something that, sorry, a little bit sick, recovering, but it's going to be all good. Today we're going to talk about something that has personally been bugging me for a long time, and that is Destiny. And we all know what Destiny is. It's the game by Bungie, and it was going to be this great, big, multiplayer game, and Destiny is not a bad game, no. I've had fun playing it. It's fun to play with your friends. But there are a lot of things that make this game so damn overrated that it's just not fun anymore. So, here we go. First of all, what the hell is with this engram system? I play this game, well, I used to, I don't anymore. I played this game for a long time, and I've gotten 4 exotics, maybe. Let's see, I have the universal remote, the icebreaker, not even the good icebreaker after the update, the light beyond nemesis, and the truth. Oh, and the bad juju, which, although it's better, it's not great. And I don't even have a legendary rocket launcher or machine gun. I don't even have a legendary primary. Like, what? Meanwhile, my friends are here doing all this great stuff. It's like, oh, look at what I just got. I got this. And I'm like, I didn't. And I've done the raid. I've done the Vaulted Glass 7 times. Twice on hard. 7 times on normal, twice on hard. I've gotten nothing. I honestly got an uncommon from it the first time I did it. Second time I did it. First time, the best things I've ever gotten was the aspect of glass, which is the ship, and the color shader, which I don't remember the name. Armor shader, not color shader. It's like chatter white or something like that, which looks cool, granted. But I'd much rather have a legendary weapon. Or exotic weapon. Please, jeez. Crota, and I've done twice. I have gotten literally nothing. I've beaten it, and I've gotten strange coins. One time I got 4 strange coins, and then the second time I got a rare hand cannon. And not even a good rare hand cannon. The one I had from the Crucible from literally 4 months ago was better, which to me is just pathetic. Either way. Moving on to the next thing. People who I call Destiny douches. And if you don't know what these are, it's probably because you have a different name for them, or you're one of the lucky people who haven't run into them, or, the worst possible case scenario, you are one. Sorry if you are. But these are the people who oftentimes call themselves raiders. The people who brag about the weapons they have, and that all they do is play Destiny, and all they do is do the raid, and all they do is Destiny, and everything is Destiny, and they turn into assholes over it. Personally, my friends are on the way to become that, and it hurts me. It strikes me where it hurts. It's honestly not that big of a deal. But you run into people who invite you to the raid, and then they're just, like, mean. I'm not the best Destiny player, and I'll admit that. Most of my friends taught me in that. I'm not going to pretend that I'm good, but I don't want to be that kind of person. We actually got rid of the game due to that reason. Then there's the whole fact that Bungie made it out to be this new, innovative shooter, and it's not. Sure, it's a little bit different because, oh, you have powers and there's the different subclasses. But, like, is it really that different? Think about it. There's different classes of weapons. Then there's different types of damage. And then you have primary, secondary, heavy. And then you have this armor. It's an RPG shooter. It is. However, nobody plays it like an RPG shooter. Which moves on to the next issue. What are you doing when you're playing this game? I'm playing the raids with hunters who are out there acting like titans, trying to punch everybody and get up close. And I'm like, what are you doing? Then we have the titans who are crouched behind cover all the time, like, oh no, I've gotten shot once. And I'm just like, okay, you can survive it. I personally use the Warlock. My favorite class, kind of fits my playstyle. The Warlock is a support class. It's not meant to do a ton of damage, or, like, yeah, it's not meant as an assault class. It's meant to stay in middle ground. If you're the Sunzinger, you're supposed to throw your grenades, because you have Radiance. Revive yourself is a big thing. I have the Light Beyond Nemesis helmet for the Warlock, which means I can revive people super fast. If you're the Voidwalker, you're a little bit more damage-based. You know, the Nova Bomb, all of that. But nobody uses it like that. They go out there, and they shoot people, and get shot back, and then they die. And then they wonder why. The Warlock isn't supposed to survive those things. Neither is the Hunter. That's the Titan's job. And the Hunters are supposed to stay back. Sniper rifles, scout rifles, hand cannons. High damage, single shot. And then the Warlock's supposed to stand in the middle. But nobody does that. And people have to get it through their heads that it is an RPG shooter. You have to, sure, it's not truly RPG. It's not Skyrim or Dragon Age or something like that. But it is RPG. Okay. Moving on to the last and final thing, it kind of goes back to what I'm saying, is that Bungie made it out to be like this great big thing. Okay, we've all heard this. The DLC should have been part of the game. Honestly, you leave the story full of questions, full of holes. Nobody understands what the hell went on. You got Ghost Man going, oh, you know, I can revive you if you die, but don't die. And then the speaker, who's clearly some sort of douchebag, idiot, enemy guy. I knew that from the second I saw him. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, but jeez, that guy could not be more of an asshole. Either way, you get to the story, the beginning, where the ghost is searching for you in that opening cutscene, and it's like looking through all the cars, and you're like, okay, post-apocalyptic, and then the Fallen show up, and you're like, ooh, aliens, this looks good. Then he revives you, and he's like, you know, no time to explain, we gotta go, and you're like, okay, not supposed to really understand what's happening. I get that. You get through the first mission, you get your crappy ship, you get to the tower. Then you talk to the speaker, and he answers the one question that you already know the answer to. Like, he's like, you must have no end to questions. And he's like, well, let me tell you the one thing that was explained during the opening sequence on Mars, with, like, the astronauts and stuff. You go through this whole thing, not really sure if the darkness is a person, a force. Like, they refer to the Vex, the Hive, and the Fallen as part of the darkness, but they always fight each other. And you're like, what? And then you're like, okay, the Vex hates everybody. You find that out. You're like, okay, so that makes sense. And then you're supposed to assume that the Hive are kind of like mindless control beings. And you're like, okay. And then it's just kind of like you get to the Black Garden, you destroy that heart thing, I think it's supposed to be, and then it's just over. And you get a crappy weapon from that mysterious hunter lady, who you have no idea who she is. And you're just like, is that it? What about the Hive? What about the Fallen? Is there a way to stop them? And then Crota comes out. You're like, okay, it's Hive. And so then you kill Crota. So does that mean the Hive's gone? No, the Hive's still there. They're still trying to summon Crota all the time. Because Destiny isn't linear like that, which makes sense. You can't expect a game to be like that. But, what? I don't know. And, like, what the hell are Awoken? Are they like a hybrid human-alien thing? I think so. That seems to be a theory that's out there, or are they just aliens? And why does the Awoken Queen hate you if there's Awoken as guardians? I don't get it. And then what are the Exos? I think that the Exos are some sort of cure to disease, like they were humans, or a species, and it's a cure to like cancer or something. You make them robotic in order to not have cancer, which is a group of cells, and yeah, we all know what cancer is. Which, I don't know, I guess that could be cool. And, you know, the whole dancing thing is fun, you know, you get a bunch of people in the tower, yay, dancing. But it gets repetitive. It does. You do the same bounties over and over to level up the Vanguard, the Crucible, Dead Orbit, New Monarchy, Future War Cult. But you get to a point, there's there's nothing more you can do. You've leveled them up to level 10 or whatever, and you've gotten all these combinations, and you've bought all their gear, bought all their gear, and now what? Okay, so now you go do the raid again, and you get the same shit that you got the first time. Okay, let's go do it again. Then there's the same strikes, and then you have the people over on PS4 like, sucks to be you guys. But still, they got one more strike and some new weapons. That's still not, to me, still not worth it. I don't know. Either way, it's repetitive. And the gameplay here, Warframe, it is repetitive. I'm not going to deny that. You can't have a game that isn't repetitive. Even Skyrim, which is my favorite game on the planet, is repetitive. There's only so many times you can cut a bandit's head off with a war axe that before it gets boring. Well, not boring, old. But Warframe here, it's free. I wouldn't pay $60 for Warframe. Love Warframe. It's a good game. Wouldn't pay $60 for it. And Skyrim, sure, I paid full price for it. Well, actually, I didn't because I got it later, but I paid like 40 something for it. But that has such replay value, and then the DLC, and every time you play a certain part, it's a little bit different. Different bandits, higher level, new dragon. There's always something else to get to. Destiny, you're level 32, you're there until, what is it, the Wolf Slayer, or whatever the next DLC is, comes out. Then the level cap's probably going to be 35 or something. And voila, now you're then you have to get to level 35. And I'd play it. And if I still had the game, I'd play it, get to level 35, and then be done again. Because there's only so much you can do before it gets old. And I just don't get it. People, and I'm not saying that Destiny is a bad game. It isn't. I had fun playing it. You know. But this game pretty much flat out proves that Bungie is a game company that's just like, we make games that you play. They don't give a crap. The servers are awful. They are. They're awful. Then the gameplay is repetitive. Everybody, all the classes have the same basic powers. Oh, you can jump. Oh, wait, but the hunter can't levitate, which I personally hate. I played as the hunter. Oh my god, I couldn't even stand it. Now, certain people who started as the hunter are fine with it. My friend personally loves the hunter. Can't stand it. I don't get it. Anyway, just those reasons, and I'm sure there's plenty more that all of you can come up with, and I know I'm going to get hate for this. Oh, Destiny's amazing, blah, 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 blah. But it's not. It isn't. I'm not going to stop anybody from playing it. I'm not going to say that it's a bad game. It's not. But it is so overrated that it made me want to get rid of it. I'm not going to endorse that kind of behavior from Bungie, who's saying, meh, whatever, we're still making tons of money out of this. And from people who are going to brag every time they get a freaking purple gun. I'm not. That isn't my kind of thing. Am I up for friendly competition? Like in Skyrim. Ooh, I got, Daedric armor before you. Oh, I'm only level 30, and I managed to find some, which isn't possible. But, it's just the point. I'm not going to endorse it. Friendly competition's fine, but when you turn into an asshole over it, just no. There's a line there. Anyway, leave in the comments. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Is there something I left out? Is there a counter thing? Like a counter to something that I said? Just state your opinion. Just please don't be Destiny douches about it. Just accept it that it's my opinion. You're entitled to have yours. Share it in the comments. If you don't want to, that's fine. Look at other people's. But, have fun playing the game if you want to. Have fun not playing the game if you don't want to. But me, for the most part, I'm done with it. Have a nice day. This is Kingly Homo, signing off.